Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back once again. It's a different time of the week this time, but everything else remains the same. Your favorite podcast, the number one in the world, the best looking and smartest host, and most importantly, I've got the best guest in the world. And today, my friend, is no different. We are sitting here right now. I'm giddy. I cannot wait because I know that 1 week from today, I'm going to be in a completely different location. I will be in Oklahoma City, and I'm going to see my friend, the PresiDante over here. And before we even get started with Diego, I do want to ask you one question that has nothing to do with RoofCon or anything about what we're going to discuss for the next few minutes. So this picture that you've got on your Facebook of this painting of Waffle House, is this a real painting? Do you own this, or was this something that you found? I know you're a very big Waffle House fan and aficionado, and I've actually looked it up, and I know that there are 5 Waffle Houses in the Oklahoma City area, so you're going to be able to eat when you're at RoofCon. But what's the deal with this picture? It's awesome.
You know, every so often you just find prime art on the internet.
Indeed.
And sometimes it's a banana duct taped to a wall, and sometimes it's a painting of a Waffle House. But this one right here is just incredible digital art that I found on the internet, and I just had to make it my cover photo because I just expect nothing but fine art on my social media.
Well, now this is very interesting to me, and the reason why it caught my eye, number one, I love Waffle House, but I too am a fine connoisseur of amazing artwork. And I don't know if you're aware of this, but I do another show on Mondays that's completely unrelated to Keepin It Rio. I have random guest hosts from all over the world. And a couple weeks ago, we were talking about the beautiful gas station known as Buc-ee's. And I wanted to show my love for Buc-ee's and my affinity. And Diego, this is what I have. It's literally right here next to me from my podcast a couple weeks ago. But I have a Buc-ee's painting. So I can appreciate everything that you've got going with the Waffle House. I feel the same way. And there you go. Good taste in artwork is what we share in common, as well as good looks. And I would like to think that we're both absolutely hilarious. So, all right, let's kick this bad boy off with a little bit more modern stuff here. We are gathered today, ladies and gentlemen, because next week we are going to be experiencing another rendition of the world famous RoofCon, everybody's favorite event. And I've got Diego here because there have been some changes, and we're going to discuss a little bit about that and kind of let you guys know what to expect. So, Diego, tell me a little bit about some of the stuff we've got going here in 2026 with RoofCon. And I've got some questions, so we'll just roll with it.
Well, I mean, it's just been a long year with no RoofCon. That's one of the things, right? Horrible. 2025, it's been quite the year because we didn't have RoofCon. So we had RoofCon late 2024.
Mm-hmm.
We went all 2025 with no RoofCon. And now 2026, we were blessed with another RoofCon. So one thing that we do is we take all of the customer feedback, which is typically a lot. And everyone tells me, hey, you should do this, you should do that, you should do this, you should do that. And the 2 things that we heard the most was, number 1, can you please, for the love of everything, not have this during storm season? And then
that's fair,
because we got people coming in from all over the country. It's not just, in fact, we were hosting it in Florida, but like 75% of the people were flying in from across the country. So everyone told us, please, for the love of God, don't do it in storm season. And then thing number 2 was that 3 days was just too long. So a couple changes that we did was that we shortened it down, 2.5 show days.
Nice.
That first day is just going to be like registration, welcome party, and then 2 full show days. And then we moved it to January. And then one of the things we realized from people from registrations was like I said, 75% of the people were coming in from other states. We said, all right, well, where are people coming from? And we realized we had more people that were, if you put together Texas and Oklahoma, we had more people coming in from Texas and Oklahoma than we did from the state of Florida. So we said, why don't we just put it within driving distance of these people that are like, more people are coming in from these states. Why don't we put it in, driving distance? I don't know. Obviously, what's driving distance for everyone might be slightly different. I don't like to drive more than 5 hours at a time, but like, for Dallas people, Oklahoma City's within driving distance, obviously Tulsa, Oklahoma City, and so, yeah, so we decided to just move it somewhere a little more central from where people are already driving in or flying in from. And yeah, I think all these changes are going to be good, and we'll wait to see here. And in about a week, we'll be seeing how much, if people actually enjoy these changes.
Yeah, and it's very interesting because I didn't recognize that there was not a RoofCon last year until you just said it. It was like,
This year, yeah.
I didn't go to RoofCon this year. Yeah, 25. I didn't go to RoofCon this year, and now I realize that is exactly why I didn't go. In my mind, I'm sure I was at RoofCon at some point in this past year. It's, it's exciting to have the event back. It's one of my favorites. I think that the group that you guys have and all the hard work that you put in as a team throughout the course of the year really, it's understated. And I don't think you guys get enough respect for what you actually do. Diego, this is your full-time thing. You're El PresiDante over here at RoofCon. So tell me a little bit about what the entire year looks like as the guy who puts an event together that's going to draw thousands of people to a central location, all with the goal of improving and networking and having a good time. What is that like? It doesn't sound like it's super easy, but sounds pretty fun. So what's a typical year look like for you?
Yeah. So first I'll say that if it was just me, I'd be pulling my hair out. We have a great team that works year round putting together the event. And honestly, we got a great team. We've got sales staff. We've got an events organizer that just handles putting together all the little details and dealing with a million different vendors that we have to hire out for a billion different things. We've got people overseas even that are doing some of our design work, and working with our exhibitors full time. And then we've got a lot of my work really is spent with leading the team and marketing the event and just making sure that more and more people know about RoofCon and are coming to the show, and that we're continuing to grow year after year. And really, I spent a lot of time also just working with a lot of our longtime vendors with our exhibitors, just, making sure that they continue seeing an ROI year after year. And yeah, a lot of, I guess my job is more relationships and branding and marketing. But we got a great team. We got to get a lot of exhibitors there. We got to get a lot of roofing companies there.
Yeah.
And so it's one of those things, just a lot of little moving pieces. And the schedule is the one that everyone always gets frustrated with me about, because I can't make it perfect just for everyone. And there's always like overlapping breakout sessions or like things like that. But it's fun, man. It's a lot of good. Again, it's a lot of headaches, but a lot of headaches that are really worth it once you come to the show.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think there's nothing better than looking and seeing that entire packed house and saying, you know what? We did this, guys. These people came from all over the world because of what we had done. And you guys do a great job. I mean, I know you as Mr. RoofCon, and when I had Hunter on the podcast about a year or so ago, we talked extensively about your role with that and how, you're the guy. So whenever I think RoofCon, I think you, and I'm sure Hunter's probably fine with that as well. We do have some amazing stuff at RoofCon, as you say. We've got abundance of education, entertainment. We've got just about anything you could possibly think of. And when I look at some of the events in our industry, I kind of separate them out by, what the target demographic might be. And with RoofCon, I've always kind of felt like RoofCon was more of a all-inclusive. I tell people, if you're going to go to IRE, you're going to probably learn a lot about products. You're going to see a lot of cool, things. If you go to one of the insurance ones, you're going to learn how to do that. But at RoofCon, you kind of get a mix of everything, and kind of everybody ends up in that one location, and you can kind of diversify based on that. So tell me a little bit about some of the speakers we're going to see this year, some of the things that the roofing people can come in. And I also want to hit on the fact that it's not just for roofing company owners. This is an all-inclusive event. And I think that the salespeople probably gather more from it than the owners. But I want to get your insights on that. But definitely, you know, tell us a little bit about some of the speakers, some of the keynotes, some of the breakout sessions that we're going to have available. And we'll get these rooms packed because everybody's going to want to be at every one of them.
Yeah. So I like to think of RoofCon as a leadership conference for the roofing industry. So we always have leadership speakers come in. And so if you think about it, like, that's content that's very valuable for everyone in your organization. Even for your, you know, whoever's the bottom person at your organization, like, there's always, you want those people to learn leadership skills and be able to learn how to deal with, because everyone's a leader in some way, shape, or form. It may be that you're leading, you know, your clients or your family or whatever, right? So we want to have that content be for everyone. And so actually one of the things we did this year that we've not done in the past is the starter passes, actually, which is the free badge, gets people into the general session. So we've got people like Willie Robertson is coming in to speak from Duck Dynasty. He's going to have a great keynote about, you know, how he's grown his business and his family and all these things. And then we've got Steve Weatherford, who played for the Giants, is speaking. He actually has a really cool story about just overcoming adversity and like how, you know, he was all the way at the top with winning the Super Bowl, and like that wasn't enough for him, and like he needed to find fulfillment that came from outside of that. But then there's like really good industry speakers too that are coming in, like John Cenac is speaking, Chuck Toki speaking, Tim Brown is speaking, Lance Bachman. Like, we got some really good industry speakers, stuff that's going to be really good for everyone. And then there's about 50 breakout sessions that are just everything that's, because that's the stuff that's like, this is applicable to everyone. And then there's breakout sessions that go on that are like every aspect of your business. Like, there's stuff about recruiting and hiring and sales and marketing and operations and storm restoration and this and that. It's like, if you want to go in, because you were just talking about, like, you know, there's really good conferences about like storm restoration. Like, you could go to RoofCon and just get content about storm restoration if you wanted to through the breakout session. Or maybe you're like, dude, I'm great at this part of my business, but I really need to figure out how to generate more leads for my business. So I can go to RoofCon and literally just get lead generation and marketing out of RoofCon, because I'm just going to go to the sessions on that. So we try to make it to where there's content for everyone. The breakout sessions are definitely where you're going to get a lot of that real tangible content. And then the general session is going to be more of the stuff that's just applicable to everyone.
I love that. And I think it's so cool that you can literally go there and you can custom fit your experience to whatever it is you need. You don't have to feel like you're being shoehorned in. You're not going to have a bunch of sales pitches from a bunch of guys up on stage telling you, you know, I'll make you the next $300 million man if you go back here and sign a deal and drop 80K today. And if you don't, you're an idiot. This is stuff that's going to actually help people. It's going to take your business to the next level. Salespeople, production, ownership, back office, everybody can find something at RoofCon that they can take and develop themselves to become better. And therefore, I think everybody in the roofing industry should attend RoofCon. And Diego, I know you agree with me on this. So the question for the big guy right here, the president, we just got 1 million people watching our show here. And you and I know that that's probably a pretty accurate number, 1 million, give or take, you know, 997,942. But we've got a pretty good audience. We got roofing people. We've got people that aren't even in roofing. I have people that have said before they'd like to go to roofing conventions just to see what it's about, because I always tell them how great it is. So someone's watching, they've got a team, they're over somewhere within driving distance, or maybe not even. Maybe they're just like, hey, we had a great year. Let's reward our people. How do we go about finding tickets to get to RoofCon? What kind of ticket packages are available? Are there packages for people that want to bring multiple people? what do we have going on as far as tickets go? And I love the starter pass because, like you say, there's no excuse. But what about
Yeah,
the
I
stuff
used to see
that's
that going
in?
around because you and I both know that there's a lot of people that love to cause drama on social media. And one of the
Sometimes.
things that I used to see people post is just like these conferences are just money grabs and this and that. And it's like, dude, like we just
I
took that
know that
away
the
from
conference
everyone.
doesn't make any money, so I'm not sure what kind of a money grab it is. I've been
Right.
on the back end of some of that stuff, and I know, Hunter and you are not filling a swimming pool up with $1,000 bills and swimming at it at the end, but
Yeah.
that's the perception.
Yeah. So that's the thing. It's like people don't realize it costs $1.7 million to put on a show. And if you do the math on how many free tickets you got to give away to do 1.7 million, it's a lot of free tickets. So anyway, I say all that to say, like, we took that excuse away. People can come in for free and watch the session, like literally watch the general
Yeah,
session.
be a part of the show. You're not
So
just stuck on the
not
outside
just like
looking in.
come in and shake hands. It's like come in, watch the general session. So now a lot of people do get the VIP and general admission passes. That way you can go to you can go to the breakout sessions because there's stuff there that's a really tangible stuff to go learn and do more, smaller workshops with some of these speakers. So I'll just throw those. Yeah, it's $497 if people want to get a general admission pass. They want to get a VIP pass and they want to go into they want to get the lunch and learns. They want to get better seating at the general session. They want to go to the VIP party, all the stuff. It's $997. And I think you've got a ticket down here, Chuck 20 to save millions. So
yeah, Chuck 20. If you buy millions of tickets, I promise you'll save millions of dollars. But if you go to promo code Chuck 20 at checkout, you can definitely get yourself a nice little chunk. And if
yeah,
you've got
so
5 sales reps, that 6th guy's going to be free. So come on
well,
now.
one really cool thing too that we did is you were asking about VIP or about ticket packages. We actually made a ticket package this year we tried it out, see how it was going to work. It's actually worked out really great because there's a VIP ticket package and people get 5 VIP tickets and then unlimited general admission tickets for their team. So we've
Nice.
had some people get tickets for like 30 people for their team that they're bringing. And it's the same price, whether you want to bring 10 staff members or 100 staff members. So and it's just the price of getting 5 VIP tickets. So anyway, I'm not here to pitch all that as much as to say, like, we try to give value to the people. Like I don't feel like it's overpriced by any means. And again, there's a lot of free options. If you just want to come out, like just come out, try it out. Cause we know that people love it and continue coming back year after year. Like you were just talking about, like, I think you and I met at the one in Houston. Is that right? Did you come out to that one or was it one
I
of the
went to
ones in Orlando?
Houston. I went to several of them when they were in Orlando, and we'd have those after parties, and that was just such a great time. I've always enjoyed RoofCon, and I've always thought that it was the most family friendly, which, again, I think that the environments are, 100% what you make of them. But I think that RoofCon is one where I'm actually going to bring one of my guys who's been in the industry for several years, but has never been to an industry event of any sort. And I thought, you know what? This is the perfect one to bring someone in to show them the other side of our industry and what it's all about and the community that we have, and not really have to be too worried about anything stupid happening, like bar fights or people getting drunk and passing out in the hallways and all the stuff that happens at the roofing
Boxing matches
conferences.
and
Yeah, we don't need any of that unless someone gives us a good reason, and then we can all unify together at the event. We can vote for that. But I think it's the best one as far as the environment goes. I think that people can come and really not have any fear of anything. Sometimes people are afraid to go to these events because they're afraid they're going to get judged. I don't know much. My company's small. I just started. This is the perfect opportunity to get into a huge event with a ton of high level people who are all willing to do whatever they can to help you. And I think that's the beauty of our industry is everybody that goes there is going to make several connections with people that's going to help them throughout the course of the next year. And we don't even know any of that stuff that's going to happen yet. That's all going to be organic when you're there at RoofCon. You're going to get to see some of the coolest people and really get to hang around. And I love that. So let's talk a bit
Can I
about
ask you a question though, real quick?
I would love that. You're an accomplished podcast host, my friend. I've always dreamt of being interviewed by you. I think you did interview me once.
I did interview one time on my podcast.
I still dream about it.
So, can you tell me about a connection that you have made at a roofing conference and how that's helped you?
Oh my gosh. Okay. So this past couple years has been very interesting for me in that my roofing company has gone through some transitions. There was a period where it was not in existence and it came back, and I've got different partners that have come in. And to me, I think the biggest thing that happened to me, and this was actually just this year at IRE, which was here in San Antonio. I met with Chad Hedrick, the coatings guy.
Yeah.
And Chad really got me fired up about coatings. I stood there and talked with him for about 20 minutes at his booth, and he had the Roof Rabbit, and we were just talking about it. And from that, I had Chad come on my Keepin It Rio podcast. We talked for about an hour and a half about his life and all that stuff. And my business partners and I at that point decided that we wanted to get more into the commercial coating side of the business based on what we learned from Chad and the friendship that we had. And I just did a metal roof restoration last month. It was our first one. And that was 100% based on us meeting Chad Hedrick at IRE. Other than that, I think meeting you at RoofCon 3 years ago at the bowling alley thing, that was probably the most meaningful one that I've ever had. And I carry that friendship with me to this day and will forever. But there's so many people you're going to run into at RoofCon. I've got a personal agenda this year to meet a few different types of people and talk about some other things. But whatever you're looking for, if you need a good public adjuster, if you need someone that can help you with supplements, if you need someone that can help you with safety equipment or measurements or CRMs or anything you could possibly think of, it's there. And the good people come to this event. So no matter who you end up talking with, you're going to get some high level communication and networking. And I think that's the most valuable part of the thing. And it's completely immeasurable. But I do want to say this also about the VIP package. I think the best interaction I ever had at RoofCon was John Maxwell and Ed Milet a couple years ago. And I actually was sitting right there with John Maxwell, and my friend, rest in peace, Ben Menchaca, was sitting there beside me. And we were just sitting there kind of talking about, like, I was a truck driver and Ben was just kind of hitting his groove in the industry. And it was like, dude, we're sitting in this room right now listening to this guy. And this dude is like one of the elite leaders in the world. He's one of the people that's most known for his leadership. And here we sit. And I would have paid any amount of money to get into a room like that, to have the opportunity to talk with him and to talk with Ed Milet, who I actually got to talk to him a couple of times. That was amazing. I mean, people like me, roofing guys, we think that we're just who we are, but we can get into stuff like that. And people like that are interested in what we do. Our industry is very interesting, and we're drawing in some new people. So I think RoofCon is going to be the event of the year. Obviously, it's going to be the second event of the year. And I do want to give a cheap plug, if I may, real quick, to the president of RoofCon. But my friend Rodney Lawson at Tiger Roofing also does a annual event to kick off the year. And he's got Mike Code and Ryan Stuman speaking next, actually this week here in a couple of days over in Kaufman, Texas. So nice. I'm going to check that out and then head over to RoofCon and really get our year started off with authority.
That'll be a good time, man. Yeah, we're excited about it. Obviously, John, we've gotten him involved a couple times in some events that we've done, and it's been really cool. We've been able to build a relationship with him, and should we drop an announcement on your podcast?
Let's drop an announcement, baby. I was dropping all these names hoping you'd be like, well, wait a minute. We do have an announcement to make. And I told Hunter Ballou that you were going to be on the show today. And he didn't say, feel free to drop announcements, but I feel like that was implied.
Right.
Let's drop an announcement. Come on.
So we are going to be announcing doing the formal announcement at RoofCon, but we're going to be hosting an event in Greenville, South Carolina, where we live. Alicia's like, she's about to stab me over here, but that's fine.
Are you not supposed to be unleashing this?
So we're going to
stabbings are good for ratings too, though. So keep it going, Diego.
We're going to have an event here in Greenville, a 2-day conference for business owners and CEOs, executives. called the leadership experience. And it's just going to be, it's not going to be roofing specific. We want to make something that's just in general, like for leaders. And John Maxwell is going to come speak at it. And anyone who purchased a VIP ticket to RoofCon can literally come into the event. Like you can register for a ticket to this event. And also anyone else wants to purchase a ticket, they'll be able to come in and we'll do this really intimate event with John Maxwell where you can come in and it's going to be more workshop style, more than just like, John comes up and does this 45-minute keynote. Like we love doing that. But I just think it's more valuable when you get to do these like workshops with people where like they actually pull you out and you talk about what's going on with your company and we get to really help you out and do just do more workshop style training for not only people in the roofing industry but people just that are in leadership roles. So we're super stoked about that. Come see if you come to we'll have an LX booth at RoofCon right near the front where you could come in and register for that. But that'll be a good time, man. And it's John's, we've done some really cool stuff with him and I'm excited to just get that. Like really that was one of the big inspirations for even starting RoofCon was like, we want to bring the talk of leadership and developing as a leader to the roofing industry. Because we feel like, at least at the time, like it seemed like a lot of roofing events were it's just an excuse to go party. And now I feel like there's been a lot of really positive things happening with events. Like we just went to Build It to Grow It or Build It to Sell It, which is what used to be called Roofing Process Conference. And that was a great, super positive event. And I've always heard great things about that one. We've just started going to it the last couple of years. And it seems like Wind Storm has made a lot of really big changes the last couple of years. I've not been able to go to it yet, but it seems like that's been really good. And a lot of other really good industry events that are just been popping off the last few years that are just really good, positive events. And so we're just trying to be a part of that. Trying to be part of a good positive impact in the industry.
I love it. And I think that's what we're all here to do. Leave it better than it was when we got it. And I think we're doing our part. And I love that. Before we wrap this up or start to wind down, I do have one kind of, I guess, a unique question. Obviously, I've been to, I don't know, 3,000 or 4,000 roofing conferences in my life. And I've been around the industry for 27, going on 28 years. One of the key driving forces behind
members, maybe were like toddlers when you started.
Exactly. I tell folks here in San Antonio, most of these roofing company owners here weren't even born when I started this, and I was old when I started. But one thing I know is, obviously, like you said, $1.7 million in expenses going out. We're giving away a lot of tickets to get people into the door. It's not a fair expectation to assume that 1.7 million people are going to come with free tickets and spend $1 and everything's going to work. But I understand the value and the importance of the sponsorships and what they bring to the table. We've got the standard sponsors, I'm sure, that we see at all the events, the manufacturers and some of the, the software companies and what.
Yeah.
What's that?
I said the big software companies.
Roofer, everybody. I love Roofer. They're my sponsor. I don't know if y'all heard about that or not, but they are. And one thing I love is going to the events and seeing new products, new people, new faces, maybe new companies that are kind of coming into it. At RoofCon this year, do we have anything that we're going to come in and say, man, you know what? I've never heard of those guys before. I've never seen that product. Anything new on the horizon for this year's show that we can look forward to in the vendor space or the product marketing?
A lot of AI. That's been really cool. A lot of really cool AI companies that are just doing really good things and like we've got. I mean, I'll name drop a couple of them that are doing some cool things. Like our title sponsor, honestly, our title sponsor and our VIP party sponsor are both AI companies that are doing really good things. Then there's some really good. I love Roofer too. You've got, you were talking about Roofer. They're great. Love those guys. It's just a lot of really cool stuff. A lot of cool AI. A lot of cool good software companies. I feel like RoofCon too has become more software and services more than like distributors and manufacturers.
Yep.
Which I'm gonna be honest, I tell a lot of people when I'm talking to them, like, if you're not gonna make money at RoofCon, I don't want you to come as an exhibitor anyway, because I feel like the type of attendees that we attract want more of the software and technology and services. So yeah, I just think there's a lot of really cool ones, and I don't want to name drop just a couple of them too, just because it's like there's like 180 of them. So
yeah, and I think that's the most important thing for people to realize is there are 180 different sponsors that you guys had to reach out to, and you had to, tell them, hey, we're doing RoofCon again this year. Y'all need to be a part of it. We need you guys to spend the money. And the fact that we've built RoofCon up to what it is and have that reputation that so many great companies are willing to jump in and join it speaks volumes for you, for your team, for everything you guys have done over there. And
well, I got a great team, and they kill it. So
yep.
I at the beginning, I used to do like all this sponsorship sales and marketing and all stuff. It was like me and one other person, and we did it all. And now, luckily, I've been able to step back a little bit from the getting on calls with exhibitors, but yeah, they kill it.
You just get to be the face and the personality of the show. And honestly, that's what you were born for, my friend. That face and that personality needs to be on the marquee.
Yeah, I mean, I get told all the time, you got the face for radio. So
me too. Unfortunately, they made video cameras to go along with it, and here we are. But hey, we make the best with what we've been given in life, and I can't wait for RoofCon. Last ditch effort here to sell the tickets. What's a good way? I'm going to put the link down in the show notes as well, so you can click the link below, type in Chuck 20 at checkout to get that millions of savings.
And it's RoofCon.
Diego, anything else you'd like to say about RoofCon before we call it a day, man? I'm excited. 6 days from now, you and I are hanging out in the same room, and we're going to get our annual selfie together. And I'm going to be like, you know what? This guy was on episode 244 of Keepin' It Rio.
I feel like we've done a few of these now, and it's always a fun time. We did these for 100 Mile June.
And I remember the 100 Mile June vividly when you came in and you literally had just got done running in the parking lot, like 10 minutes before we went live, and you're all covered in sweat. And it was
I am sweating, and we're doing this podcast.
Yeah, hey, Keepin' It Rio. We have fun. That's all I can say. It's unlike any other show in the industry. Thank God.
I will say, definitely, I know we pushed the starter passes, but you were talking about the VIP party, and that broccoli sponsored VIP party is going to be a good time. We are going to give away some cool awards. Actually, I don't want to give too much away.
No, this is why y'all need to show up. We're going to give away some cool awards.
But we have these cool golden broccoli awards that we're going to be giving away because, every industry show needs a good award show, right? So
of course.
Giving out golden broccolis. And I can't tell you all of the awards, but maybe I give them one, okay, so this is a good one.
Is there a best podcast?
So for
golden broccoli?
Golden Broccoli Awards. I'm just going to show you one. There's a bunch of them. This is for the best karaoke, and it is the Brock Star Award.
Now, is that best karaoke at the show or historically?
No, I've got video. We're going to give these away at the VIP party. So if you go to the VIP party and you're the best,
this is to be earned. Karaoke, the winner of this has yet to be determined. Earn these
at the show. Nice. So the Brock Star Award. Maybe we do one. Maybe we show one more. Again, I don't want to tell them all because I don't want to get people.
We just know that you guys are going to have a blast if you go. You could become Brock stars. You could get a golden broccoli. My goal now is I don't think I can qualify this year, but next year I'm getting a golden broccoli and I'm going to stick it right here between my NASCAR hat and my He Hate Me autographed football cleat right there. You can see I've got Hunter's book back here, so I need to put a golden broccoli right there.
Here's one more. So if you show up with the best outfit at the VIP party, you may earn the steamed, seasoned, and styled golden broccoli.
I love it.
There's 9 total awards. We're not gonna tell y'all all of them, but there are 9 total awards to be won at this VIP party. And man, I hope that you win some of them. And in fact, this is what I was gonna wait to tell you, that I have a gift for you.
Oh. We love gifts on Keepin' It Rio.
Yeah. So Alicia is here with me. You can't see her, but I'm telling Alicia, my gift to you is I'm going to upgrade your ticket to a VIP ticket. So that way you have all VIP access at the show, because I want you there winning an award at the VIP party. All right, brother?
Yes, I am winning an award at the VIP. I don't even know 7 of them. I don't even know what they are, but I'm winning one of those 7. And I might just throw karaoke in just for the heck of it. So there's your reason to come to RoofCon this year, ladies and gentlemen. Like I say, it's not too late. Get your tickets now, roofcon.com. Click the link below. Chuck 20 at checkout, and you can save a lot of money. You can then meet me at RoofCon, and you can actually give me the savings, or you can spend them on me at lunch. Whatever you'd like to do, it's going to be basically a trade-off. So Chuck 20, and I will see you guys there. We'll grab Waffle House.
Watching go get their VIP ticket, then you can just, y'all could just have your VIP lunch together, and no one.
There you go. Now, if we can get 100 people, and I know this isn't going to happen, so I'm being very audacious. If I can get 100 people to buy a ticket and use Chuck 20, I will have my own personal event at the Waffle House, and I will invite Diego to be my keynote speaker, and we will give out
golden waffles at the.
There you go. Yeah. The hash browns, baby. We got this. So scattered, smothered, chunked it is. Only if 100 people buy VIPs and put in the code Chuck20, we can definitely keep score. So it's up to you guys. If you want to have an event at Waffle House, you know what to do. So there you go. Diego, any last words for the peeps before we get ready for this final push here and start heading down the road towards Oklahoma City?
I'm excited. I'm excited for it. I'm excited to see you. And if anyone comes out, just come out, shake my hand. Love to meet you guys.
It's going to be a blast, ladies and gentlemen. So thank you guys for tuning in. It's episode 244 of Keepin' It Rio. We love doing the podcast. We love RoofCon. We love everything about it. So we'll see you guys next week on Thursday, 7 p.m. Until then, y'all know the drill. Keep on keeping it Rio, and